Star Wars: The Acolyte is Kathleen Kennedy's last chance at redemption. Hey guys, what's going on? Now, it is no secret that the upcoming Star Wars show The Acolyte is going to be Kathleen Kennedy's flagship project. She has personally overseen almost every detail of this show, from handpicking the showrunner Leslie Headland to saying that the show will have a more female-centric cast. Everything is saying that this is Kathleen Kennedy's vision for Star Wars and that she'll finally be able to manifest it within this show. And honestly, I have no problem with that. I don't care what they do, as long as they give us good Star Wars, because at the end of the day, really that's all that matters. That is what is of supreme importance, which is why, as far as Kathleen Kennedy is concerned, The Acolyte has to succeed. And if it does, she could redeem herself. But if it doesn't, then things could go the other way. But before we get into why The Acolyte is Kathleen Kennedy's last chance at redemption, be sure to subscribe for more Star Wars content. Now, let's get into today's video. So, The Acolyte takes place towards the end of the High Republic era of Star Wars, which, according to Wikipedia, takes place between 300 and 82 years before the Battle of Yavin in Episode 4. So, the show could take place as soon as 50 years before the events of Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Now, I made a video talking about what I think the show will be about, but in summary, I think it's going to be about a young Jedi Padawan and how she's lured away by the dark side, eventually falling and joining the ranks of the Sith and then becoming the Dark Lord herself. The official statement says that The Acolyte is a mystery thriller that will take the audience into a galaxy of shadowy secrets and emerging dark side powers in the final days of the High Republic. Honestly, just from what we know so far, it sounds incredibly intriguing and looks like it could be a solid Star Wars show, especially if they tell it from a dark side perspective. Now, the head showrunner Leslie Headland, who again was handpicked by Kathleen Kennedy, has stated on multiple occasions that the show's cast is going to be female focused, meaning that the main character and a lot of the side characters will be female. Now, I don't have a problem with this, and I'm actually looking forward to seeing what they do and what BA female characters will be introduced into the Star Wars canon. I mean, I think it's going to be great to see more like that. Honestly, I hope that every Star Wars project does well. However, this project, The Acolyte, is different. Of course, we the fans want every project to do well. I mean, we're Star Wars fans, of course we do. But Kathleen Kennedy needs this project to do well. She has put her name all over this, both in theory and in practice. She handpicked the writer. She's getting her way by having an all-female centric cast. She is personally overseeing the story development and has taken this show under her wing and made it her personal pet project. This is her show. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Kathleen Kennedy is in charge of The Acolyte. This is what she has always wanted. A Star Wars show where she can do whatever she wants. But while her reward may be great, the consequence is greater. This is her last chance. With the disastrous sequel trilogy now behind us, along with Solo, several other cancelled Star Wars shows and movies, and all the other drama with The Mandalorian and her not being allowed on set and everything, she is already on thin ice with Disney. Now, if this show, her show, fails to produce quality Star Wars content that we the fans want to see and keep coming back to see, then she will be on the outs. This is the last straw. If The Acolyte isn't a good Star Wars show, if it fails to produce likable, intelligent, strong, and realistic female characters that allow the fans an opportunity to know them and, in a way, fall in love with them like we do with every other character, then she's out. If it instead gives us a character with no development and a seemingly overpowered answer for everything that has never seen a failure in her life, then she's out. If it is a show that puts identity politics above great storytelling, making it impossible for us to escape to that galaxy far, far away, because we are constantly being berated with political messaging, then it will fail. If it isn't a great Star Wars show, then it will fail and she will be out. There is no more room for error. And if it fails, then Kathleen Kennedy will have failed for the last time. She will be escorted out because honestly, Disney can't afford to lose any more money from Star Wars. It feels like we are just getting out of The Last Jedi backlash. Disney has done their best to right this wrong and coddle the fans back into their good graces by giving us some amazing content within The Mandalorian. They do not want to go back to dividing the fans again, and for that reason, Disney and Kathleen Kennedy need to take special care with the Acolyte, and frankly all their upcoming shows to be honest, and make sure that they do well, or we'll go back to the dark times of Star Wars Division. Now, if the Acolyte succeeds, which I sincerely hope it does, then it will allow Star Wars to expand into eras outside the Skywalker saga on the big screen. Something that hasn't been done ever. It will open the door for more female roles, more diverse characters, and hopefully better and better Star Wars. Again, no one has a problem with female writers, directors, actors, or anything of the sort. Star Wars has always been full of diverse and wonderful characters. What we cannot tolerate is bad storytelling that wastes those diverse characters' potential, making them almost useless in the grand scheme of things, and then ruining the lore and sanctity of Star Wars. Also, on a personal note, if the Acolyte does succeed in telling a great Star Wars story from the perspective of a Sith, then I hope that they do more. I would love to see more dark side stories come out in the Star Wars timeline. There is so much more at stake with the Acolyte than just having a good or bad Star Wars show, and Kathleen Kennedy knows this, or at least she better. So even though she will be putting her own personal agenda into the show, I hope that it's good. I hope that they take their time in crafting a beautiful story that will allow us to escape to that galaxy far, far away and invest and care about the characters that they have spent so much time writing. Because if they don't, then we will see a shift in leadership at Lucasfilm. As I said before, this is the last straw. The Acolyte is her last chance at redemption. I hope that every Star Wars project is great, and that's no different with the Acolyte. At the end of the day, I don't care who's in charge. The most important thing to me is to have great Star Wars content that we can all be fans of. Well, that's it for today's video. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Will the Acolyte be good? Could it possibly be good enough to even save Kathleen Kennedy? Also, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe for more Star Wars content. And remember to forever be a Star Wars fan.